It's Black History Month, and y'all know what that means. Damn. So that means every white person in America is going to be both literally and figuratively sucking black dick. Because of white guilt, my fellow whites, the dumb ones, want to bend over backwards to prop up blacks. One of the ways they do that is by misattributing inventions to black people. So if I ask you about George Washington Carver, what did he invent? The majority of you say peanut butter, and that's a lie. He did not invent peanut butter. Now, the reason why this is so frustrating is because George Washington Carver, what he actually did was invented hundreds upon hundreds of uses for peanuts. But why? Why would someone be motivated to invent hundreds upon hundreds of uses for peanuts? It just seems kind of weird, right? Well, after slavery, blacks and whites didn't become best friends. We had segregation and a lot of turmoil. And what happened to the black people that were formerly enslaved? They were now working for their master. The problem was they didn't have a lot of money, so they got stuck in these debt traps of having to grow cotton. The reason why cotton is such a bad crop to grow, because of how much it costs, and it robs the nutrients out of the soil. And what would end up happening is quite often the black farmers, because they were working on shitty land that cotton had destroyed, their crops would quite often fail. And then they would be left an entire year up the creek without a paddle. So the overwhelming majority of these now free black farmers were stuck in these debt traps where they had to keep borrowing money and being reliant on their former white masters. That's when a genius named George Washington Carver came along and figured something out. While cotton may rob the nutrients from the soil, peanuts does the opposite. Peanuts were a much better crop in every way. Better for the environment, cost less money to produce, and made more in profits. But not a lot of people grew peanuts because there wasn't a lot of uses for them. But now that there were hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of uses for peanuts, all these black sharecroppers started growing peanuts. George Washington Carver single-handedly gave prosperity and security to thousands upon thousands of black sharecroppers. That is what he should be remembered for. That is what we should highlight every February. But instead, we're reduced to clickbait videos and articles about how black people secretly invented everything. The real story around George Washington Carver is so much better than the fake bullshit that white guilt assholes pander to.